Hi, everybody, and welcome to another weekly connection. So today, I don't really have a word. It's kind of interesting because we want to talk about the collective consciousness and how people are reacting within the collective consciousness. And people don't know usually what they're projecting out and how that's affecting the vibration and the energy of humanity. HeartMath has done a lot of work on this, explaining how our thoughts, our feelings affect everybody, one another. And so we're going to talk about that today. Let's do our cosmic thrust real quick here. And I'll put a drop in my hand. Remember, if you have it, do it with me. If you don't, that's okay. We'll bring our energy together. Rub it together, bring it into your aura, and cup your hands together. And for a deep breath in, and that 10-second meditation will align you heaven and earth, protect you at that solar plexus, and we will use it to bring our energy together in the collective consciousness. That's actually how we are transcending time and space, is through the collective consciousness. So let's talk about that today. I want to get my little trusty tourmaline. I love this guy. So it's interesting for me because a lot of my evening work, as we say, into the wee hours of the night, is working within the collective consciousness and working with the celestials to assist humanity to start to think thoughts come from places of love. In order to do that, you have to understand that there's an element of grace that we need to ask for and get in our lives. But the other night, particularly, it took us the better part of the night to calm down the collective consciousness. There was so much anger and rage happening, and among not everybody, understand, but those people were shouting loud enough to affect everyone, and how we felt and how our attitudes were going to be the next day. I looked at Mahey. I'm like, Mahey, what is going on? Because really, we should be starting to feel better. It won't be long before we won't be cooped up in our houses anymore. That'll be great. I've been in quarantine since March 3rd of last year. So it will be great to be able to see our friends, be with our loved ones, and it's coming. It is coming. So you would think that we would feel better, that there would be a point of relaxing, of hope. Instead, I heard screaming and raging and anger. So I asked Mahey, what in goodness gracious is happening? And his answer to me was that there is still a group within our collective consciousness, which we're all quite aware of, that are feeling their paradigm challenged. Because if we're light workers, we're doing our job, right? We're lighting up those people that only know how to feel anger or rage to exist. So now when you challenge a paradigm, when you challenge a belief system, the first reaction is anger. This is important for us to understand, because when you see people acting out, and we're having anger events, as we'll call them, their paradigms are being challenged, so they're holding on to that belief all the more. And it becomes very irrational. So we as the light seeds must push that light, clear the collective consciousness, fill it with so much love, with so much light, that they can let go of their anger and their hatred. Because we know, as light seeds, that everyone's right and wrong is different. Not everyone's, but many. But it's not about that. It's about love in your heart. It's not about what's up here. It's about what's in here. So we are faced, as the light seeds, as the star children, with a group that wants to hold on to whatever their paradigm is, whatever their beliefs are. And we know that you don't create the change with anger. We don't create the change with hatred. So what we want to do is, first of all, understand. It's very important that we understand those that don't know yet what it is to live in the light. Understand. And it's very important that we help them. Like a little 2-year-old who has a temper tantrum in the middle of the floor and stomps and pounds its fist because it doesn't get its way and it's so sure that its way is the right thing. And that's how it is. These are little toddlers that don't know yet how to compromise within the energy. They don't know grace. They don't know how to allow the energy to come into them and feel that love. All they can do is hold on to what they think they want or think they know. And the whole thing about changing into cosmic consciousness or Christ consciousness, this is the same thing, remember, is that we come from love in our hearts. That we see each other. Not just me, me, me. Not the 2-year-old screaming for what they want. So let's work on clearing that collective consciousness to come from love. Because when we do that, no matter what everyone's belief system is, here's the key. It doesn't matter. Because when we come from love, then love is what we get. And I don't know about you, I've said it before and I will say it again. I just want to be happy. I just want happiness. I just want peace. I want to feel that love 24/7. I don't want to get knocked off my keister. And I don't need to say that I am right. Because this is Earth. And it's not about that. It's about love. It's about loving one another. Seeing our connectedness with each other. And when we do that, then all the constraints of the mind fall away. And we can be happy. When you sit there and worry and scream and yell, you're not happy. But that's all anybody wants. They want to be happy. And in order for us to get into the first step of oneness, we have to feel that grace, that support from Spirit. We have to feel that love, knowing that we are guided throughout our life. And get your mind the heck out of the way. Because your mind will not achieve this. Your heart will achieve this. So let's help one another now. And we all have days. And we all need a little bit of a boost from time to time. That's okay. That's why we have each other. And so now we're going to really work hard on making that collective consciousness the loving place we want to reside in. We don't want to reside with all those screaming so loudly we can't hear our connection, our guidance. So let's work on that. And you know what we do. We bring that light in, don't we? And we're going to bring it into the earth, and we're going to really bring it out into the collective consciousness today. So do it with me. And you can do this all the time. No limit. You can't overdo it, but don't obsess, because that's equally not what we want to do. We want to flow easily in grace. We want to feel the grace of spirit guiding us through our heart into a more loving, better world, better life. Get rid of the drama. Drama's no fun. So let's do it now. So we're going to visualize that light, that wonderful, honey, viscous, yummy, warm light that comes into your crown and fills you up with that light that is the nurturing sustenance that you need from Source, God, whatever you call it. And you let it fill you. And that light is filling you with that energy that you need to get your job done. That light is going to shift you out of anger or fear or worry and into love, into knowing what your next move is. You know, I always say to Patrick, we have a long list. Everybody has a long list, right? It's planet Earth. It's the planet of action. You can't not do anything here. So we all have lists, and they're never ending. And sometimes Patrick will say, well, whatever we're doing. And I'll go, it's on the list, and all I care about is my next action. What is the action that I have to do at this moment? And get the rest of it out of your head. Put the rest of it on paper or in your little iPad or wherever you put it. You only care about your next action. So release all that energy so that you can suck in this light. Otherwise, you're too busy and you don't suck in the light. And the light wants to fill you and nurture you and coddle you. So bring it in and let it fill your throat and your lungs and your heart and all down through your belly and all your organs and into your Tantien and then down into your hips and your knees, which will fill your kidneys and your legs and into your feet and out your feet into the earth. And the mother always with glee welcomes you, grabs onto your tether. And you continue to move your energy into the grid, which is her energy. So now you're connected to that divine goddess energy. And with a bit of her in it, she brings it back up the back. And it showers you up the back of your spine, filling you with all the nurturing energy that you need. All of that feel-good energy that we all need. And then it comes back up, goes to Source, and back down again. Right back down, back into the grid, and again back up, back to Source, and down. And just let it orbit, because we need to do this orbit. Good. And you feel that connection, and you feel your toes gripping on that grid system. And yeah, suck it in. Take all you want. This is yours. Take all you want. And it comes down the front and up the back. And then you bring it out to your root aura, which is your body, your energy. And into your sacral chakra. Remember, this is where we're working, because this is where people's paradigms are. This is where their belief systems are that are getting challenged. And then the solar plexus, which is where we want to really fill that aura, because we want people to feel love in all that we express and in all that we do. And our heart to send that love and to fill that collective consciousness with love. And then up into our throat, that we express ourselves with love. And into the third eye, where we know we are doing a darn good job. And our crown, where we wear our crown with grace, with love, and with gratitude. And we share that out 12 inches, remember? And we fill that so that everyone can come and munch and crunch all they need, because this is the sustenance on your journey. Good. I want you to do this. And I want you to wear your shield 24/7. And let's practice this week to really put it out there for the collective consciousness to finally let go of all that hatred and fear and feel love at last. Because that's what everyone wants. So we have a job ahead of us this week. Let's get it done. We're so ready to get it done. So I love you all. And I will see you next week. Oh yeah, and remember that I have that workshop April 3rd. It's a Saturday, and it's at 3 o'clock Pacific time. Arizona only does Pacific and Mountain time because they don't change. It's very confusing, actually. But on the website and on the notices that I send you, I should have your time zone in there. But if you're in Arizona, it's Pacific. All right, at this time. So remember to do that. Subscribe to me, like me. What else? Oh, I don't know. I have some goodies on sale, which I always try to do. And I hope to see you all next week. And let's spread the love. I love you all. Bye-bye.